Welcome. Sunday, Championship Sunday 2023 Club Spiel. Congratulations to all those standing up in front of me for playing very well this weekend. I want to take a minute to thank all the volunteers, all the members that have done what they've done to make this a success. With regards to the rules, we'll play 2 hours and 15 minutes. 10-minute warning rules in effect. We will have an extra end if need be, and you can play when ready. Hey. To the bike. To the bike. To the bike. To the bike club. You're throwing everyone.
Spoiler alert! We might have the cherry tart. Things should be just fine.
First stage. Pretty weird. First stage, awful.
Does not feel great.
All right, welcome to the Triangle Club Spiel 2023 Finals. I'm Jason Lee, and with me, as always, is George Kitchen.
CCC. Hey, folks.
CC. And Trevor set up our live stream here with event names. So as you can see, we have the B event on A event on B, C event on D, or D event on C, and the C event on D.
It's a little confusing. Some was saying that before, and somebody said repeat that, and I'm like, heck no. Well, we'll probably obviously concentrate here in the middle sheets with A and D, but we'll get around to show you some of the more important shots on all 4 sheets. So we're playing a little bit longer here. We're going to do 2 hours and 15 minutes, giving folks a little bit of extra time to chat and strategize, and we'll play an extra end if need be on all 4 sheets. So sit back, relax, and let's see how these finalists do today.
So not sure if Murray meant to go in or not on his first, but Team Dale will take it out.
I think he did. I've been watching the Jackson team, and this is, we've talked about this in other broadcasts. I think there's a strategy change going on slowly with regards to hammer. I played Murray a couple weeks ago in our Tuesday night, and they were bringing the rocks in. And as I said last sheet, we're reconsidering how to get to with Hammer on our team on Tuesday nights. And I think Murray's already made some changes.
So they're trading hits here early in the first.
And that may be part of it as well, right? And then
That's right.
we see this on the professional side, to keep a nice clean first, sometimes two ends.
That's right.
Get to know the ice, and nobody wants to shoot the first bullet, per se.
Conservative play from both teams. Try to get a feel for the ice, like you say.
Yeah, I mean, he's hitting this rock, and, I mean, unless he rolls in, he's going to be outside the rings.
He's trying for the roll. Take a first look at our 4-panel instant replay view here. And he does get the roll.
Yeah, I'm going to put in a request for a telestrator, I think, for next year.
Yeah, I think we've needed it a few times.
Yeah. Boy, if we had a little marker buddy, we'd be on top of our game.
Yeah, it was funny. I've never seen myself curl, so like I actually selected.
So Trevor hits back and gets a little roll on the button.
Yep.
And guess what comes next? Another hit.
Yep. As you can tell, Myro's not doing very well with his knee, so he's throwing and not sweeping, which is the case when they were in Seattle. So I think the team is used to this by now. They played 4 games in the Senior Nationals a few weeks ago. So there's nothing new for them to do this.
Brian's had a chance to adjust to the extra cardiovascular strain on him.
Well, he's recovering from COVID, he was telling me the other day, so the team's got some issues. And Kim Hicks is settling down here. We're getting out here a little bit. Maybe we'll keep an eye on this ice. Murray is not changing the broom from what was, a couple feet to the right. So he's not expecting a change, but we shall see. First rock out here. And I don't know if this is an ice thing. I think it's down weight. We'll see. Nice rock.
Yeah, it's a nice rock. And in addition to the extra 15 minutes, we got a little bit of an early start. So all sheets should have no trouble playing 8 ends if the scoreboard dictates.
One thing worked out. Had them out there for 2:05, and they're on their way before 2:15.
Trevor's rock. Yeah, Trevor. Yes.
Meanwhile, looking around at the other sheets, the Vice rocks on D. Not quite Vice rocks on A, but C is also.
But while you're up,
rocks.
who's the Hammers here? Maybe you can help us out with that all at one time.
Well, let's see. It's a yellow rock going down on A, so that is Yellow Hammer on sheet A. And who is yellow? That's Neil? No, Neil is red. So we got our colors backward here. I might do some adjusting on the feed. Team Gal is Hammer on sheet B. It's a Christine Allen Hammer on C. And Yellow Hammer on D.
So
Which
A
is
to,
Mitchell.
so I got the last two. C and D are yellow, and A and B are yellow. Red hammer in B. And red hammer in A. Is that what you got?
I'll take a minute here to switch the colors around to the correct order on the feed.
Yeah, no worries. Murray's got an easy hit, and he'll probably want to try to get to the outside here, make it a little tougher on Team Gal. So far, I'm seeing very straight ice on all these hits. Rock doesn't seem to be turning much.
So, cherry tart is out. Okay. And the cloud IPA is out. The cherry tart, like, there's nothing else. Okay, we have a full one. Okay. But, cloud IPA, there's...
Beat's good here, Andrew. Beat's good.
Like I said, there's one keg that's empty.
So Andrew's skipping here today. The Gal team has rotated positions quite a bit over the years, but I think and I talked to Trevor about this yesterday, they're kind of settling in on with the order that you see. I believe it's Mark Collins shots. And then this rotation with regards to throwing.
We should have the right colors now showing on the feed.
And in sheet C, we got Derek coming down to split the house and set a very favorable 3, putting Christine in a little bit of trouble here in the first half. That's a very nice shot there. Where do you cover in sheet C? Yeah, I think I'm in agreement. She's pointing at the rock in 9 o'clock.
And what's Murray doing here? Is he taking one? He's flirting with it.
Well, that's a talking point for sure.
Just wanted to test his middle backline and hack weight there.
So I guess that gives Andrew a chance for a perfect shot here. And Christine over here in sheet C will be trying to hit and roll.
Oh, I had looked down and didn't see there was one more rock to play on B. I thought that was the hand.
Yeah, Murray just threw his
that was Murray's last.
little heavy.
What did they do on C?
Well, that rock over curled, probably because it was a little light. And I'm going to take a minute and go into the audience here because I see a spare out here for the Allen team, and I see Dan Althouse right next to me. So, Dan, you're not curling? Dan's injured.
Team Corbett's last, headed down the ice.
Yeah, Team Corbett's going to try to cut off the draw as much as possible. And, I mean, This might become a little heavier than they wanted it to for sure, because this is
that top
now,
12.
Eric's going to be a little disappointed in that. 'Cause that just leaves an easy hit and stick for one. And I would imagine in the first end, Christine would be much more happy to be throwing a hit than a draw.
Over in the C event, Sue's about to throw her last. It's a Greg Hammer.
So she's trying to pick this yellow and do a little roll under. Oh, not from that angle.
I don't know.
I think this is a draw.
I think they're drawing around.
Yeah. Boy, all the way around that card.
Got to be full 4 foot.
Well, ladies are sweeping, but it didn't seem to get there. So what's yellow got there? It's going to be some sort of a draw. Or is it?
Well, that draw's tough.
Yeah, I think you can get in between these two yellows here and get back to that back red. For if you can hit it,
If
it's
you can
3.
hit it, it's 4.
Oh, 4. Is it 4?
Well,
I don't think it's 4, but
oh, I didn't see that red hanging out on the left there, but it depends on which of these yellows is out counting.
yeah. So what do you do here, Jason, with that ice? Are you drawing down to the back red to get 2, or are you hitting to get 3+?
Just the infamous
Possibly.
tappy weight on this with that ice.
Here we go. The weekend theme, Jason Lee, tappy weight.
I think this might be tappy weight.
I don't know.
That looks a little more than tappy.
Yeah, he's trying to hit this out and have an opportunity to measure for more than 2. They're not on it. And let's see if it gets by that guard. If they would have swept it.
They could have held that.
It's a tough break. I didn't hear anybody yelling, which probably means that rock just curled at the end more than they thought. So that was what was that? That was 1
That
yellow?
was 1.
Yeah. So I think Sue will take that one all day and see what she can do with Hammer.
And that's another example of what you were saying the other day about the difficult job the Vice has to call the line on those shots without as much information on.
Yeah, especially in an early end, the Vice is seeing their second shot from behind the rock. So, yeah,
not a lot of data.
That may have something to do with it, but that's a big swing, right? Because it gets by. I think it's on the back red for 3. So, or 4.
Changes the whole dynamic of the game. They made that shot.
Yep.
But swinging over to sheet A.
Murray coming in the house again. I haven't talked to him about it. We'll see. I've always made the assumption he's changing his ways with regards to trying to get 2, and I think the answer is they think they're a better hitting team than others, and they wait for a miss, and then they capitalize.
Yep.
Is one guess. Another thought I've had is he's playing a couple of conservative ends, and also feels comfortable with that.
A nice double on sheet C. We'll get the replay on that. Get some all to go. And a hammer throw on sheet A. Looking at 1 red right now. She can somehow pluck that out of there for 5.
Let's see.
She was trying a red run.
Oh, it overcurled on him.
Overcurled on him, so that'll be a steal of 1 for red.
Yeah.
And Neil's team.
Well, that's a great start for Neil. And I think I'd asked prior to playing if we had any new curlers joining on to the piping list, and I think the vast majority of the Bonnejet team raised their hands. So that suggests that that's a very good weekend for that team. And congratulations to them, win or lose.
That's right. To make the B event final means you lost your first game and then won out.
So that's, what, 4 games? So 3-1? Or 4-1? 3-1? Either way.
Yeah, I'm not. Some of the brackets were longer than others.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a little crazy when you got a 28-team bracket versus the standard 32. But we'll get to 32. Won't be much longer.
So after Team Jackson made a nice takeout on the wings,
Yep.
Team Gal hit and spilled.
Yep. Murray staying in the house.
And they're tearing through rocks on sheet B with all these hits. They're already on the skip stones here in the second.
I think we're going to go to an hour and a half for sheet B and see if they can get there. Senior moments. You'll get there. Murray's not adding to the excitement level in our championship game. I might have to take him aside here after he continues to go in the house.
Yeah, our feature sheet hasn't given us a lot to.
Murray, we need a moment. Murray, we need a moment.
Relatively fast. Don't give him something to go around,
The Allen team is not off to a great start, down 4 after 1, and they're chasing in 2. They were looking at maybe doing a hit double, but I think Christine has thought differently, and now they'll be drawing behind. And Murray's testing the back line weight here in 2. Chris put enough on this one. I think the answer doesn't matter.
And Kelly Moore on sheet D just made a nice takeout.
Nice shot, Kelly. I have to say, could be trouble otherwise.
Set you up for that.
I appreciate it, my friend. So Derek is coming down here. Matt's first or second shot. It's going to get a little roll maybe. Well, they just exchanged 2 rocks, and Derek won't be unhappy about that. And looks like same ice, and see if Mr. Barry here can bury one.
D just missed a double. Sue has 3 in the house and looks to put one on the center line. Headed toward a big end here.
Well, I don't know if they're going to be able to outdo their last match where they put in a 7. And I think it was the second end.
Yep. That was 7 in the second.
Yep. Oh, and
Trevor, Derek on C. Get the instant replay of a little spill.
yeah.
Uncharacteristic, I think, is
And he bows to the crowd.
gripper came off his shoe, or
Yeah. Takes this game too seriously if you're coming out of your gripper.
a humbling moment for Derek for sure.
Back to our championship match. We've got Murray Jackson looking to get rid of this red rock. And Andrew's, of course, studying it from behind with the anticipation that he's going to have to hit it, but everybody's scared of the scoreboard through 2. Maybe this will be a soccer score, 1-0 here at the end.
Yeah.
It's like the good old days. We played 10 ends back in the day in 2 hours and hit everything we saw. I mean, a 2-1, 1-0, 1-1, 2-1 all day long. Game's come a long way since back then.
I think the warm room is making up signs to beg Murray to throw a guard.
Yeah.
We want to see a guard here in the warm room.
Hang on, I got an idea. Die. I'm going to bring Di Hicks over here. I think you've got some pull on this team. Can you see if you can get your husband to convince him to put a guard up so we can enjoy this? Huh?
So you have a game?
So we can, exactly.
I said the first inning, that's a good strategy is to go in this and feel people out. But usually they stop.
Well, let's see if he's... this looks like the ice for a guard.
Well,
No?
the ice for a guard looks similar to the ice for top 12.
And they're sweeping it. Oh,
Maybe it'll be behind T and get Team Gal now. Not going to be Team Gal a chance to sit on it, or to ignore it. And they're not even considering ignoring that. They'll continue the hit game. We're running out of Velcro on the scoreboard to hang blanks.
well, how does that work, Jason, down there? How they got that 1-2 like that? Is there Velcro?
There's Velcro on the top and bottom.
Oh, there is. I can't remember last time I can't remember ever utilizing the Velcro on the scorecard. And so we're going to go back to sheet C, and Christine's got a draw for 1.
And before we do that, sheet D, Sue is throwing her first of 2. Trying to set up a big end here. If she can remove that yellow without jamming. It looks like the jam is on. Oh, but she did get it out and stuck her shooter around, spilling one of her reds.
Sitting 5. Or, well...
Yeah, I think that's 5 with hammer.
I give up on that stuff. I'm going to say 4-ish. And I think they're going to talk about this for a minute, so we're back to Christine, and they are heavy on this.
And this is hammer.
Oh, boy. They've got to go. Down 6 is not where you want to be. Go, go, go.
A little further.
There's some sweepers. They pulled
Just
that the
enough.
whole way.
And Christine says, thank you boys very much.
Maybe they brought in Adric for the, for the youth, perhaps. Dan is kind of, getting up there in age. He's giggling at me now. Well, they got on that rock and they pulled that all the way, and they needed to because they got in by about an inch. So good for them.
Adric is breathing heavy.
That's a 3-point shot, right? Because it's 6-0, and now it's 4-1. All right,
Had to drag that.
Over here to sheet D.
Sit on that back one and cut Sue down. Freeze to it. That's a pretty good result.
No, I think you
Sue can hit nose on that.
Nick Miles would pummel this yellow rock, I think, right?
Got to get close to nose on it to make it go. A nose hit with a score of 4 or 5.
I think you're hitting this. You're trying to hit this as hard and thick as you can.
Well, she's
and
not.
Move them around.
Not with that ice.
Well,
unless it's really swinging.
I just don't see the harm of giving it a shot. I mean, right?
She's got an opportunity to score 5 versus a draw of 2.
She's drawing now. Well, that's why we play the game. Everybody skips differently, makes different decisions. But between the consultation with Karen, they've decided it looks like that they're just going to draw. Probably decided that they just can't move that yellow. It is almost stuck on the red.
Greg is feeling very relieved that they're not trying for 5 here.
I bet he is. That's the high numbered team right there in Miss Mitchell after that 7 earlier today. Oh, and they got to go. They've got to go, and I think that's just one. Yeah. It's another one we can talk to the skips after about as to why we didn't give that a shot. But
yeah, I think Greg got away with one there.
Oh yeah, he's smiling all the way down there. I think that headband is in use right now, keeping the sweat off his brow.
Well, we've got some action on our feature sheet.
Oh, we have rocks in play.
Look at this.
How about that? So
everybody's noticing it at the same time.
Yeah, let's go back to B. So I think this is a double or a hit under. I think it's, the way Murray's looking at it is a hit under. Play this properly, the back 8 doesn't matter.
Right.
So Kim Hicks coming out with his first. Pretty quiet weight. Oh, now he's going double. Good call, Murray. Oh, it looks good. Oh.
Called the audible. Almost got it.
Yeah, almost.
A little too much curl for that plan B.
Murray's one of the better curlers with regards to when to pull the trigger and go plan B, but he's always got a plan B and C in his pocket when he's making every decision. So he knew that if it was wide, that he could always had to double. And they gave it a run. Now Andrew's going to ask her. I'm going to maybe tuck one to top 4 here. Although top 12 was fine.
Run sheet A. Neil gets ready to throw his last.
Huh?
Mary's hammer this end. If I switch over to the 4 panel, looks like he's.
It looks like it's wide,
drawing.
but could it come off of yellow? Come off of yellow? Off of yellow, there it is. Look at that. There's that plan B in action.
Great shot.
Yeah.
Probably not the call. I think he was trying to hit that yellow in the back forefoot.
I
but
draw
he'll take
down
it.
to it, but yeah, now he's inside of it.
With that weight, he had to hit something.
I mean,
Heavy.
that's you couldn't put a rock in a better spot there. Because I think all Mary's just got to draw here, right?
It's a double attempt on sheet B here. Or maybe a roll under. Oh, yeah, they wanted that.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I think you draw on top of it if you're Andrew, which is what he looks like he's pointing to.
Chris John a little heavy on C.
Yeah. She's doing her best, and yeah, I got it out. They're still chasing, unfortunately, but maybe Adric can turn this thing around here. All it takes is one nice rock, right? Change the end, change the mentality of the team, get them going.
Looks close on B. Just didn't curl quite enough. Murray will draw down on top of that.
Or do you hit roll? I think you hit roll though, Jason. See, if you can hit,
yeah,
then
you're
you're,
right. 1-2.
yeah, and it's yellow, yellow, red, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You want to stack these rocks. But you will be behind T-line, allowing a draw for Andrew.
I'll make a shot, and then I'll say what I
I think our strategy calling in Miss Hicks seems to have worked. I think she made some eye contact with Kim, and
I
said,
choose to
"Come on."
believe that's what made the difference.
So I see Murray can do this.
Oh, on C. Did they make that double? Almost. That was close. So
Murray's rock.
wants to roll across center and be buried, but he just knows. Oh, that's not bad either.
Left a double though.
Just the hair high side.
Yeah.
Well,
But there's no shot for two.
yeah, well, I mean, so do you hit the double, stick there, or do you hit and roll? You can't hit and roll. You could hit and roll and be shot, but I don't think they're at that position to do that, given it's 0-0 in the third. They don't keep the conservative play. And
Team Allen hits that right in the crotch, but doesn't quite get them both to go.
I think this is a double, and I think that they want to remove both rocks. Not a ton of weight.
Look at that ice there going for the double.
With that quiet weight, it's hit and roll.
Hit and roll.
Is it?
No,
No, double.
got the double.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the quietest double I've seen in a while.
So Murray would love to hit and roll under and
Yeah. Put pressure on here on the last.
pressure on.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, as I look at Mary's team, I forgot that I think it's a team she plays with. I can't remember which night. So I'm going to venture a guess that the vast majority of Sheet A are playing in their first final. And that's fantastic as well.
Great, yeah.
Yep.
Murray didn't get the roll he wanted, so it'll be a blank opportunity for our third blank in a row here.
Do you have a preference on how you blank? come across the rock or stay
I think you'd rather stay out and not
and
flirt with that guard.
Go out, yeah. Clip it that way. I'm kind of a cross the rock kind of guy, I guess. But each shot it brings its own set of circumstances.
As long as you come at it with this handle, either side is fine, right?
Yeah. But one thing this team does is they do throw some pretty nice peel weight on shots like this.
Sweeping for curl. Got to catch a piece of this. And they do.
And that's why, right? He did not hit a lot of that rock, but because of his speed, it just increases your chances when you're a little thin to make sure that you get your blank. So where are we headed next, Jason? We got Christine coming into the hack.
Yeah. That's the furthest along on all of our sheets here, the D event. Christine's got 2 in the house. Looking to bury one behind her red in the top 12. And if I could select the right sheet, that would help. There we are.
Yeah, this end is switched, and that's great for Team Allen.
Didn't quite get it to Barry.
They're wrong.
On the screen or on here?
It's good.
Yeah,
It's right there. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
So Derek will be attempting to hit this red out. And there's a...
He'd like to hit the back one out if he could,
Yeah,
as a bonus.
but there's also a catcher yellow that I think if red goes in the yellow, red might stick around. So he's got to be careful with the angle here. Ken's trying to push it. Oh, that's awfully thin. Awfully thin.
No.
Yeah.
Nudges it back.
So here's an opportunity for Team Allen to really put some pressure on Derek's final rock.
They're debating between guarding the center or their shot rock.
Yeah, well, I do think that a hack weight will come down and get that back 8. And so if you put a guard over there.
I think you do. Derek just threw a takeout, so you make him switch up and throw a draw.
Maybe. What about just tapping the red over a little bit? So maybe throw top 12 weight on the right-hand side of the already existing.
Nudge that top 12 over.
I mean, if you nudge it, you nudge it. If you don't,
She wants to put one in the top 8 on that side.
I don't know. Well,
If she makes this, does Derek ignore? I think he ignores those hits and has to just draw to the 4-foot.
I think we're going to go to the audience. Nick Miles, what are you calling here?
I'm Murray.
If you're Christine. This is her last shot. Derek's hammer.
Get the one in the 12-foot and like the back 8 in line with what you're just throwing. You know, with this like top 8, top 4 kind of half covered.
Sounds like Nick.
Not guarding anything.
So Nick likes the idea of bringing this in and making. See, if you come down to like top 4 on the left-hand side, you can be sitting your 4, covering your 8-foot and making the draw harder.
Christine did call top 8.
Yeah, I think you're right.
She came up a little short.
I think Team Allen and Nick were on the same page, but Christine just came up a little short. So I don't think we have a choice here for Derek, although they're looking at it.
Oh, nice rollover on B.
I mean, I suppose they could hit, but I think he's drawing down to the back 8. Yeah.
Yeah, use it as backing.
I was just going to say the same thing as Nick Miles. It's like you come this way. So here's a debate, I guess. We'll go through it. So he's drawing for 1 on his hammer, and he needs, let's just say 4 foot. He could come on the right-hand side, come right to left with probably no backing, or you can, as Nick pointed out, take a little bit more risk and come down with backing on the right-hand side. But the issue with that is if you're light, you're hitting yellow. And he's not doing any of that. I think he's trying to do a quiet bump, and boy, this needs to curl. Boy, I'm surprised they weren't brushing until the very end. I think they were torn between line and the heaviness of that. But it stops in the 8-foot for a steal of 1. I mean, at the end of that, I'm not exactly sure what the call was. Was that a heavy draw, or was that an intentional using the back 8-footer? But either way,
Sue's last.
Christine will take that all day long.
Against 5 yellows.
Yes.
Not a bad result. That'll be difficult for Greg to remove. So he might just elect, it looks like he's just going to elect to draw for 2.
Is yellow already sitting 1 in D?
Yes.
So they just come down to that red, right? Pop it, and you're 2.
Yeah. Tapped his broom on the button, so I think he's just trying to throw a draw weight.
Yeah, I mean, you emphasize the draw weight component. You de-emphasize the fact that there's a red that you can utilize. And by doing that, you're more apt to throw the proper weight, which it looks like this is coming in. Yeah.
That looks beautiful.
Right. There's a tenant. Boy,
wow,
yeah, that's a really nice shot.
Great shot.
Yeah, there's a tendency to utilize the backing, and then you throw it too hard, and then your line is off. Yeah, and trouble can happen.
And
so
you always want. That's what happened to Derek on C.
Yeah, you always want to emphasize the draw component first, and then recognize there's backing.
No rocks in play on our feature sheet. Sheet B.
Mike Zimmerman with one of the nicer slides. I love how he releases his hand off the rock on hits. And that's a really nice one there. I think we got a kind of a clean end in C.
Meanwhile, the end is winding down on A.
Yeah.
I think
Sheet B is still very afraid of the scoreboard.
Yes.
Gonna run out of Velcro.
Both teams waiting patiently for a miss.
Well, they might be waiting for a while, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's curled 4 or 5 games, kind of where they want to be, kind of got the ice dialed in, you know.
Well, we're 2 nose hits away from a guard.
Trevor's recognizing the humor in this
Yeah.
first 3 blanks. Maybe the first one to a half-point wins.
So Neil, without hammer on A, is about to throw his last of the 3rd end.
Starting to think this extra end, another idea we shouldn't have done. They could be on 0-0 on the 14th end. Did we say 1 extra end?
I think we said
Okay.
it's singular extra end.
Yeah, okay. Good.
And they're really sweeping hard. They want it to curl. Don't have to be in the house, but do want to be in the way.
Well, we have a flash. Once again, let me repeat, we have a flash
Oh,
in the championship game.
a mistake. A chance to split the house.
Yep. Split the house, don't leave a double, hit, and we have a score.
Boy, wouldn't that be something?
We've been waiting about an hour. Not sure what Kim was saying there at the end. Maybe they emphasizing to hit it, get this draw out into the 12-foot, so if they hit it, they can't, it'll be very difficult to get Murray to get it all the way back and undercover. Although I don't see this curling out to 12-foot.
Got a hammer throw in the B event on sheet A.
So I think Murray is going to get his opportunity to hit and roll under. So, I mean, we're picking a little bit, but...
Throw from Mayrie hangs out, and she clips her own. It is a steal of 2. Meanwhile, back on our feature sheet, it's a little deep.
I was going to say, would Murray dare draw down to that, but
Nah.
not in a 0-0 in the 4th game. So see. So we can't give up on our blank yet, because if Murray is able to hit and roll underneath the red
Run back.
will probably have an opportunity for a double run back and put the 4th blank up.
Yep.
And here we have it. We got our single sweeper out there. Doing all the work. Oh, is this a hit and roll out? Or is this, oh, this is, I like this shot. I like this shot. Oh. So, I think we're getting points. I don't think he's going to attempt this run back. I think it's peeking out.
Go to the 4-panel view and see here.
Yeah, I think this is it's almost all open.
From the left hack, it's barely any showing. But they're going to go for it.
Well, they've banked about an hour of time to talk about it.
That's true.
I'm a little surprised by this ice. I mean, I know it's straight, but so he's coming down some pretty good weight, I think. Like, aren't you inclined to come with something with a little bit more finesse?
Yeah, I would rather come at this with hack, with as little as he can see of it.
But I mean, it is really straight ice, so we'll see what kind of weight Andrew throws here, and we'll go from there. Yeah, this is not a lot of weight. So
Can they keep it off that guard? I think so.
boy, this looks nice.
Well, now
Trevor left his position and left it up
oh, look at
to
that.
Mark Palmieri, but this is a beauty.
That was maybe a little less than hack weight.
I tell you what, that is some weight call right there. I mean, you've got to have control to throw a rock like that. Very nicely done by Andrew.
So, Team Gal on the scoreboard with authority. A big 2 in the 4th end.
And we got some four-legged critters in the house. Hello there. Hello there. Logan's brought his dog into the house.
And we have 3 sweepers on sheet C trying to drag this yellow rock in.
Oh, this looks really nice. It's a curling stone right there. Wow. Look at that come in there.
Chris John jumped up and said, "Let me help."
Just pops it at the end, right? Oh yeah, that needed every brush.
And not only did he help, he was the closest to the rock on that sweep the whole way.
Took ownership for that one.
He said, "I know I left this a little narrow and gotta hold the line."
Oh, well, what do we got going on here? We got...
Not just trying to blank their way to victory.
Now we got Red coming into the house, and I think that was a corner guard that got a little heavy on Mario, and now Andrew will remove this rock and hope to get back to the center line and cover his
A nice
four-footer.
draw on C. Response to that.
Boy, that's a nice shot
nice.
too, right?
Back and forth they go.
Well, they didn't make it to Sunday on luck. We see some skilled players out here.
Came up with an idea to have a couple of driveways. And that's exactly it. And then he put a string on the handle. That's bad. He didn't want to lift it. That's for people who want to walk. No, that he didn't want to carry the rock up. He drags it around.
And I think Team Jackson was a little wide on that double, but they did get the top one to go. So Andrew says, "Let's put it back."
Line's looking good. So thanks for that.
So after Christine made the nice draw to the button, Derek tries to match it. Just wants to bump it back a little bit. They're hanging out wide. And comes up a little short. Opportunity for Christine to, well, if she hits and rolls over, it's gonna be tough to outcount that back yellow, but I think she could do it. But this is a
It's an attention getter.
Yellow hammer this end, so she's thinking, let's just guard up the 1 here. And play for the steal of 1. On our feature sheet, Team Gal plucks that yellow out of there to lie 2.
Yeah. If everything goes. Everything ends up, and everybody plays their shots. Kind of looking at a force on Murray here. So he'll be trying to do some maneuvering of rocks to avoid that. Yeah, they're going to the quiet hit weight game on both sides.
Guard ended up where she wanted it. Steele is very much alive. Derek's looking at an in-off. That's a low percentage shot. You see it? Hitting that, coming across and plucking that red off the button.
Is this his first or second shot? I can't see from here.
This is the hammer.
Oh, this is the hammer. Let's put D on the overhead, so.
D?
Yeah. So this is
Greg's last.
This is a double for 3 or 2? Nope.
This is Sue's hammer, but he can be lying 3 if he makes this double.
I don't. Nah, he's just drawing.
I think he's throwing the double.
No. Yeah, he's got to get this to 8 foot. 8 foot. Come on, guys.
And our feature sheet, nice hit and roll.
I think it only gets under here from the other.
So back to D again. They're looking at a run back for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 anyway. 3 and a measure for 4, I'll say.
Yeah, they
But
might be able to bite the 8 foot on that.
So you're gonna hit this on the inside, right? So you're gonna
hit that on the
outside, and try to hit yellow on the right-hand side from the screen we're looking at, and put it through the 2 reds.
You got to go through. You can lose one of the reds, but it can't jam.
Agreed. So
on B, after Team Jackson hit and rolled in front, Team Gal was able to pluck it out of there. They did spill.
And here comes.
So the blank is back on and on sheet B. Back over to D. And the run back for 3.
They're now sweeping. See if they got. Oh, now they stopped. So that usually means these are close. I think she missed.
On it again.
Tough. Oh, but she rolled in to sit shot.
Missed the shot, but managed the 1.
Yep.
And instead of hitting, Murray has elected to give us some action here and then tried to freeze to it.
It's pretty close, right? But he left a gap.
And Team Gal just plucked one out that was closer than that, so this will be an easier shot for him here.
Yeah, I think the Gal team might be the best hitters in our club, if you account all 4 of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
There's some other good hitting teams too, but these guys might be the tops.
Well, this is the 4th year of the club spiel, and I think you were saying there's only 8 names on the plaque over there.
8 plus 1.
Are there any new names on sheet B here? Is Andrew on there?
It's worth mentioning this is a repeat of last year's final. The question is, are all 8 members the same? I think the Jackson team, the answer is yes.
Yes, absolutely.
I think it's probably the same on the Gow team. So I don't think we're going to have any new names to our plaque. But I'll double check that. And take a little walk.
That's good. Sorry, you had it. That's good. That's
Marie with her first of 2 over on A, looking at a house full of reds. Wants to make a double takeout here on the run back. It's looking close. Doesn't quite get it out, but that was a really good shot. Meanwhile, on our feature sheet, Team Jackson's trying that corner freeze again. Looks like they're going to come up short again. It is more in front of the red.
right here. Yeah, I mean, the halfway slightly easier shot than what I'm talking.
It's a pretty good line, though.
Right here.
Well, I took a walk. I've got some news. Maybe it's not news. Maybe it's information. So Murray Jackson's team has won the last 2 in a row. And I was a member of the year before. And the team is the same as last year.
What about the Gow
because
team?
that's for the winning team, right? So if the Gow team wins, all 4 will join the list.
Oh, I thought the Gow team was on one of the earlier years.
No, it's actually the Corbett team.
Oh, that's
that
right.
won it in year 1 with Abby on it.
Opportunity for 4 new names on the trip, on the plaque.
All right.
That's exciting.
Go Gow.
That's right.
Can't believe I said that out loud.
It's hard to call them the underdogs here in the 5th inning,
well, they're dominating 2-0.
Yeah, that's right. Dominating 2-0 here in the 5th. And they knew out of his hand this was heavy.
So,
Here's Murray's chance for 2.
Boy, and he's not hesitating looking at this. And, sad to say, the blank is in play.
Yeah, there is
it's not the call.
A miss for a blank.
Yeah.
And there's a miss for a steal, a blank, or Murray could get his 2.
Yeah. I think the call is to hit slightly on the inside of the rock.
Go to the overhead.
If not straight nose.
You can get away with nose.
Yeah, I think nose.
You want to be a little bit inside a nose.
Yeah. I think there's a little. They might be aiming for nose and erring a little into the inside of nose. Might be the call. But boy, these guys both teams are hitting with very
Brian
low
was
weight.
just cleaning that most of the way down. And he does.
That's why they pay him the big bucks. Very nice shot. And we are tied. Points galore. 2-2. Going to 6.
A flurry of scoring suddenly.
Yeah.
knew that I thought it feels really weird, like an sound, right? Normally you hear it right here, and I didn't hear it. And when I looked up, I said,
Team Corbett with a chance to lie 3. If they can get an inside hit on sheet C. And he's calling him on it out of Chris's hand. I think they're on the guard. And Christine's changed the call to a guard, it looks like. Or a top 8 foot covering her shot rock. Well, now it looks like she's back to the hit. She wants a hit and roll over to cover her shot rock. And there is a yellow rock behind that for jam for Team Corbett's next shot. Just misses getting a piece of that yellow.
Looks like it's on the red.
Fortunately, he hits their own and spills out. Big break for Team Corbett.
Yes. Yes. Shows a little frustration on that shot.
Looking at the scoreboard sheet, after Team Corbett jumped out to a 4-0, it's been 3 straight ones.
Yep.
Team Allen, they're in this game.
Yep. Showing the fight.
We're going to T-line? Yeah, T-line. Top 4.
There's an interesting call here on sheet C. Is that they're going over the T line to set 3 and going to elect it to leave the double.
And on sheet A, Mayrie just, I think she wanted to run back, but she ended up splitting in her guard.
I don't know what it's going to do the other way, so let's do the same turn. Okay, just outside the nose.
Yeah, no, with Matt being a little heavy, Team Allen has a chance, a free chance to try that double again without any damage loss.
I heard Christine say she wants this just outside of nose.
I think it's a little outside. And did he lose his shooter? Lost his shooter.
Well, on sheet B, they're trying to draw around and sit on top of that shot rock.
Yep.
It's up a little short.
Well, we're going from quiet weight to some nice draws here in the championship sheet. Looks more like a mixed doubles end than anything else. It's a compliment to their draws. So I saw Andrew tap to put this kind of corner freeze to red.
Okay. So my elementary school, middle school daughter.
action on B and C. Keep the wide angle view and try to get them close on sheet B.
It's like
Looks like they made their shot on C. He was asking for it somewhere around there.
I think red's half a rock further than they'd like, but I mean, and now I think we're going to see Brian throw some pretty big weight and kind of skinny this and get out both red, and yellow will be happy to be sitting 2 here in just a minute. Oh, and we got a change up.
Going for board weight.
Back to the quiet weight of yesterday, I guess, last time.
This is the same line we saw Team Gal score 2 with a little hack weight takeout. So it's pretty straight line. And
nice rock.
by the guard with plenty of room and
Nice rock,
build
right?
enough.
Yep.
Go to the instant replay here. And it still is the shot rock, but it is exposed.
And Murray is waving his wand to get the red out of the house, and it seemed to work. A little wind. So now Andrew's going to come top 4. Very interesting end. Got any thoughts here, Jason?
Oh, you caught me looking at some other games.
Oh, my bad.
Focus back on B here.
So they're going to come down. They're going to use some of that 45 minutes of time banked. And they're going to talk about this. But, so I'll give you a chance to...
You're behind the T line here, so I think you draw in. And try to grab a piece of that button under cover. And,
yeah, I think they're agreeing on top 4. I think they're just questioning. No. I think what I was going to say is they're agreed on top 4. They just haven't agreed on which side. But I think they're leaning towards the left now. And they
come in this side. You got a tap and roll off your own.
Yeah. And then Murray, if he came the other side, wouldn't have any backing.
Yep.
But I will tell you, it's been a while since I've seen a quiet hit game like these two teams are playing here today. And that's, I would suggest that's mainly due to the straight ice that we're playing with today. Here it comes. Well,
you're calling top 8. The sweepers think it's top 8. Now top 12, so they're thinking of turning this into a guard.
What an advantage there is with Cameron coming down and doing such a great job. He said top 8 and then he went top 12, and that's exactly where it is. Makes Andrew's job so much easier on draws. Cameron does a great job of letting you know where that rock is headed. We're gonna try to bump the yellow in now, and you can afford to hit yellow red too. I don't think that's the call. I think it's the bump, but nobody would be upset if you moved that back red a little bit.
Christine's last is going down on sheet C at the same time here.
Looks a little outside.
Spill out. Oh, jam on the back. So Corbett will have a chance for 3 here. Back to our feature sheet. They are going to put their guard, or their top 8 hit yellow. Let's see what that looks like on the overhead here.
I'm having a flashback to Derek putting 3 up against me last night, so I may look away from sheet C.
Meanwhile, on B, it is a yellow 1 right now. Well, it's close, but yeah, I think yellow is the shot rock. And Derek is drawing for 3 on sheet C.
He should have taken the ice for backing.
They're not touching it. I think he does have the backing.
Yeah, that rock is good all day. Yep. Again, you know, like I said earlier, I said you throw the ice for the backing, but you don't pay attention to it. You just put the ice down, and then you're concentrating on your draw weight. And then that, hopefully, takes away some of those heavy draws, thinking you've got all this protection in the back. And Derek did a really good job of that there. Sweepers barely needed to touch that if they did it all. Here comes Cameron.
Cameron with his first.
They're staying away from it. This is coming in really nice. Really nice. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Right.
Is it stopping before T-line?
Instant replay says just past T.
I don't know. I'm getting a little picky here, but I think I'd rather have that red sitting on that yellow. Because right now I think he chips he chips and rolls in. But Team Gao seemed to, I guess they wanted it to stop a little bit sooner, perhaps in front of T-line, but I mean, that's when you talk about, you know, if it's heavy, where do you want to go with it?
Are they thinking about the double here, or is this just a hit and roll?
This is really...
Needs to curl a lot more if they're going to get the roll.
Oh, I think that's a slight sweeping error. I mean, right? Wasn't Brian holding that for a while?
There was some sweeping for line.
Getting nitpicky, but I think we can in a championship game.
Can we call that a half shot?
Oh, or you would. Even when it's Kathy. So what do you like here, Jason?
So this is Vice's second, and you do have Hammer. I think you just try the same shot that Murray just tried.
I think you roll and get underneath this yellow guard, but not too far over where you're not shot.
You'd love to bring your back red in the forefoot into play, but you'd have to nudge that yellow in the top forefoot. I don't think you can roll over that
This
much.
is a hit and roll the opposite direction.
Pushing for line, but it's not even getting to nose.
No, so I just popped the other way a little bit.
It is shot, but wide open for Murray to try that hit and roll again.
Yeah, they're all trying to make kind of the same shot, right? They hit and roll in. And I'm noticing they're up in their hit weights a little bit than they were in the first 3 or 4 ends. But still not even, I don't know if we've seen a normal takeout tonight. Been control and below on a majority of them. So I think they're talking about, that's exactly what they're talking about, right? Is line and weight, what's the best way to get there? They're probably talking about the last couple of rocks that were thrown. Most importantly, Red's last rock and how it went the opposite direction, and they're going to see if they can make the right adjustments.
It's been all Mairie on sheet A, and this is her hammer, or her last. Why is that her hammer? They must not have hung a score. Okay. Oh, sorry, that's Mary is yellow, so that was her hammer. Back to the feature sheet and the hit and roll here.
So Mary is yellow, so it's Banerjee.
Yeah, it's Banerjee all the way. Neil's got that game locked up.
What a showing. That's fantastic.
So Murray's first. It's on the way. And a hit and roll under.
Oh, this one looks really nice. This one looks really nice.
Now
It's
he's
on
trying to push it a
line.
little bit.
Yeah. Is it gonna roll? Is it gonna roll?
Yes, that is shot. And pretty well buried.
Are they 1-2 or? I think it's questionable. I don't think it matters right now, but I don't know
I
if
think they are. They are 1-2.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. I think you're tapping it. Your shot call doesn't change here, I don't think.
Christian throwing a peel on C. Team Corbett up 4. They're just keeping things open.
Yeah, when you're playing Derek's team, it's getting behind against the Corbett team puts you in a pretty bad spot. Just because they're very good at throwing peels. Very similar, I think, between the Team Corbett and Team Gal.
It's use that if you keep it up, right?
Let's go over to sheet D for a minute here and see what's. Haven't updated that one in a while. We've got Team Tierney's up. Was that 2?
Yeah, up 2. Sue has hammer.
And Karen is throwing a peel.
Looks like she'll miss the front one.
But did she get the back
a piece
one?
of the back one, but
oh,
that helps.
Yes, a lot. I mean, if you right, because isn't that loaded up on that other side now? I mean, you know, those on screen, those 2 yellows are fully buried, but both are lined up. So in other words, if you peel, the 2 yellows go on the same shot, and then that opens up the 2 other yellows, which are also lined up for doubles as well. So all is not lost for red.
Back over to our feature sheet.
Let's see.
This is Andrew's first.
And is he going to get by that? Is he going to get by this card? No.
No. So.
All right.
Now, if you're Murray.
If you're Murray.
You've got to put it back, I think.
Well, let's talk about this. So
he's looking at tapping his own and rolling over.
So
you can't get that back red out.
The order of operation here is what can I do to improve my situation in the house without endangering things. So that's what they're doing right now. And then when they're done this chat, which they've got plenty of time. Then they'll look, if that's not the right answer, they're going to look at, well, what does red have if we do this and that and the other thing? And then they're going to look at guards. And between these two gentlemen, there's probably, I'm going to guess, 60 years of curling experience between the two of them. I think both of them started when they were kids. I think they'll
60
come up.
years is a kind estimate.
You said it, Jason, not me. But they'll come up with the decision that most of the time is the right one. So, with all that being said, Jason, with your 6 years of experience.
6 years? Let's scratch that. 4 years.
Well, what do you like here? Tie ball game. Red has hammer, and I think
there's some slight overlap on those two yellows, it looks like. So you're not, I wouldn't touch them.
Well, let's start with, is yellow sitting 2 or 1?
Yellow sitting 2, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Assuming yellow is 2, I like putting something on the center line.
I will tell you, Murray will bring a rock like this into the house more often than others. He is always on the aggressive, but not necessarily putting himself in jeopardy. And he can find shots without having to guard more than probably anybody else in the club. Very good at this. So I'm going to suggest with this ice.
I think he's putting it on the center line. Question is, how deep does he want it?
After all that, this might end up being a guard. You like corner freezing the red to get your guard and stop the raise double?
Yeah, he's urging them to push it over a little further.
Cross center would be really nice, and Brian Chick is doing his best to do exactly that, and they're very close.
I think that's good enough to cover that shot.
Yeah, but isn't Red going to come in off their own?
Red's going to try the shot they just tried.
And I think, well,
it's tough to score.
The first thing was Cameron just trying to just figure out where they were with regards to sitting second or not.
So if you run that red back into the crotch right there,
yeah,
I think you score 2.
Do you score 3? Is that back red out? No, the back red is not out counting the front yellow, so. Yeah, he crotches this. I'll be honest, I don't know where these rocks go. The right rock. The left rock goes to the left and it's out of play, but the right
rock. Tough to get the right one out without it.
I don't know.
Hitting that back red.
I don't know if it goes through the gap in front of the red rock or not.
See if we can hear any of their deliberating.
Maybe we go to the warm room.
No, that's what
What do you like, guys?
All the way, Mike. All the way, hard. Like you gotta hit the. Yes. DJ, a little bit extra ice here. How much of the rock? Bunch is fun. Same thing?
Yeah.
Show where we're hitting it. 7-2-3. Same thing.
Can you come to
Right there. Sometimes you gotta play.
pop the yellow. Enough yellow pop a little bit. Isn't that a safer card?
If the county guard makes
Well, that's the question, right? Is there enough? We'll see. Got Andrew coming out of the hag with a very important shot here. And it's a... He's moved some rocks around, that's for sure. Is that yellow or red?
So score 1, depending on which color. And they are tapping yellow. But I think they might measure.
Well, if they're going to measure, they probably shouldn't have touched the rock.
Well, no, they're not going to measure. I don't think they touched it yet. They made the call. I think they made the call for yellow.
1 yellow? Well,
so that's a steal of 1. Team Jackson.
that was a fun end.
Now is Murray coming in? It looks like Murray's coming in.
Yeah.
And over on,
Feel free to reach out to Murray and ask him his strategy on coming into the house. I fully intend on asking him myself.
big shot here on sheet C. This is Christine's hammer. She's trying a double for, I believe, 3. Yep, it would be for 3.
Let's see. It's on track. Maybe you heard the warm room. Here it comes.
That is such a nice shot.
Fantastic.
For 3. There's one hanging on the left there that you can't see in the overhead. That was 3 points. So that brings Christine within 1 going into the 7th.
It's a never give up team, Team Allen.
Wait a minute, who's throwing right now? Is this Neil's last draw? Oh, Neil, draw. Don't do that. Wait a minute, what color is it? Oh, okay. What they're Oh, they're okay. You don't want to give them. No, they don't. But I think they should try it.
As with any curling club in the United States and Canada, there's a lot of strategy calls behind the glass today. And as every curling club in America and Canada, they're 100% today.
You're not going to get rid of them.
Including us, Jason. I don't think we've missed a call yet.
I tend to agree.
Okay, first shot. Got to hit it right at the right angle.
All right, let's look from a different perspective. Let's look at time.
He knows how to do that.
Is anybody in trouble on time?
And that clock has the extra 15 minutes on it, right?
Yeah, it does. The last rock of the end has to be off before 10 minutes to play another.
So you would think that means they've got 40 minutes, 35 minutes to get the last rock off in 7. I would say everybody's in good shape. And I like the rule that we put in place with the extra 15 minutes because I like seeing all championship games going to 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sheet A is behind, but they've got 24 minutes to...
Yeah, if this were a running race, they'd be in last place.
To finish the 6th and play the 7th in 24 minutes, that should be doable. Yeah, they're on skip rocks. So no one's in trouble on the clock, but a few teams running out of ends. And Sue Mitchell is one of those teams.
So
trails by 4.
Most of the time, you'd think when you're up 8-0 in the 6th end, you're in pretty good position. But Marie has a draw for 5 with backing.
Oh, wow. Let's take a look at that.
And we're going to have to put a watch on Neil if he doesn't finish this game off.
Yeah, I like the draw. I want a double, actually, right? I know. What? Oh,
Yep.
You gotta get it there.
Well, yeah, I was a little surprised it didn't start sweeping sooner, but that looks like a good one there. Here they come, bringing it in. And it's there. Yeah. I mean, you had the backing, so, right, it could have started sweeping at the beginning.
Yeah.
But it's another example we talked earlier.
So down 3 with 2 ends to play. We now have a game on A.
Yep. Maybe some cardiac kids here in the club in sheets A and C.
Looking good. Mine looks good.
Actually, D's going to need a little bit of help here, too, for Red. Team Mitchell.
Mitchell trailing by 4 in the 7th.
Yeah.
She does have hammer this end.
Let's do an overhead of that. Let's see where we are. All right.
Sue is the red, so she's behind T-line on both of hers.
I like top 4 here. And, okay. I don't know why you'd come off of T. I mean, actually, it doesn't matter, right? You can't put it in top 4 and stop either draw.
How do you like cornering on that yellow?
Yeah, I mean, if you make it. But again, I still think you can't. The problem here for the red team is that those rocks are behind the tee line.
It's heavy, and she might be on her own.
Like how you guys sit in this corner a bit? We're shot.
Yeah, I'm not too disappointed in that.
Yeah, tough to get to nose for the double on that one, so I think they'll just draw down to it.
Yep. And that's that problem with being behind the tee line.
Going up to our main view here.
Had a little fun on the Corbett game last night. We had a bet. Derek wasn't allowed to yell for the first end. And next thing you know, he's waving like they do in some curling teams, so that when the skip, you can't hear the skip, they look, and if the skip's waving, then that means sweep. So he went to that approach. So we had a quiet first end. And we stole one.
Greg's team came up a little short, trying to draw down to those reds. Ended up in the top 8 foot. So Sue says, let's put another one here in the 4 foot. And she could be sitting 4 at the end of this.
Yeah, I really like.
Number she's behind.
I really like T-line, top of 4. I don't think you necessarily have to be sitting 4 now, but it's something you can bump. A little rub off of this yellow would be nice. Oh, that's not a bad spot to have a rock.
Should be okay with that.
Well, I mean, so what's Greg do here? I mean, he actually could come through that hole and get that back 4 red.
On our feature sheet, he just wrecked on a corner guard, but got a favorable roll. Well, a little too much of a roll, actually.
Outside corner of this.
Andrew will draw down to the yellow shot rock. Back to D.
What? Top 4. Just in the corner of this one. Right here.
Greg trying to do here. Run just a, run back. A little thinner than he wanted to hit that red. Sue is now only line 2, so she will do that tap up you mentioned.
Mark's rock.
So those folks at home, again,
As far as you can.
over on sheet A, they haven't hung a score yet, but yellow did get 5. So that score over on A is 8-5 for Neil Bonge, playing 7.
Team Gal trying to drag this into the 4-foot on B. Comes up short over to D. Sue is looking at the tap up, but a little light and a little wide.
We can come guard, so we can put one. You don't put it here because then they can pick it out. I think we just come right in here.
You heard Murray say
Kevin don't want to sit out.
come in on the other side of the button.
Here. It's my boat here. Line's good. It's playing. Everybody's got a
Sheet C is looking very positive for red. Was this a bump or a draw? I think it was a draw.
Ended up a center line guard.
Yeah,
Well, we can see if you get here.
sure of what that call was.
But we go here. Well, yeah.
Knowing Derek, he'll try to get rid of 2 reds here.
I think Christine was caught in between 2 audibles on that, to sweep it in or to let it settle and guard.
Yeah.
And kind of ended up in between the 2. And over on D, this is the hammer. Or sorry, not the hammer, but Greg's last. And then Sue just got promoted in to slide maybe 3, so does she have a shot for 5? Yes. Remove that yellow.
Roll in. Hit and roll in.
Hit and stay, I think.
Yeah, you can't hit on nose.
You got to hit left and nose.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little hit, a little roll, and that's for 5.
Big shot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Watch it.
What's that?
Watch it.
It's not her hammer. It's oh.
Oh, this isn't hammer. Okay. I thought it was.
Yeah. Takes a village.
Yeah.
To call a curling game. You got a little help from the warm room there.
I think we need taller chairs here so we can see the glass a little more.
Yeah, that's maybe one way of putting it.
I think they only pay us to call 1 game, and we're out here calling 4 at a time.
Pay us?
Oh, you're not getting paid?
Well, I don't want to do that.
I forget I mentioned it.
So, here comes this. So she is not hitting and rolling. She is drawing over here.
I feel like we need to just get rid of the 6. Just either nose it or do that. Like,
This
a nose
looks
is
like
pretty
it's going to
good.
turn into a
You won't
guard.
try it.
Oh, they really are guarding. Learning something about Miss Mitchell's skipping skills. She's
No. Greg has a little tap and roll in off his own.
She plays a lot more conservative. I really expected it to be a hit and roll.
Yeah, normal.
Now, what's Greg got? Off his yellow.
Off that yellow or off the closer one?
Can't he just draw? Oh.
I'll see you normal.
No, you can't draw. Maybe he comes off his own yellow.
While he thinks about that, let's look at the situation on our feature sheet.
I mean, there's something to be said about that, right? If you come in off of your own yellow, it takes away that off yellow for Sue.
Yeah, I think you're looking at a steal if you come off your own yellow on D.
Yep.
B.
Try to get back to that. He's pushing, he's just pushing, he's pushing, he's pushing.
Wow.
Oh, so close.
The video feed kind of glitched on us there, but
Yeah, somebody needs to clean the pipes. Is that how that works? All right, so here comes
Mr. Tierney.
Yep, Bugs. Wait.
Yeah, we'll go to the overhead view.
So is this off his own?
Yeah, the question is which one. He was looking at in off the top, the yellow and the 12-foot, but
I think it's that one, right?
So what's the, does he do any damage if he noses that instead of rolling?
He's not, he's drawing. Isn't this a straight draw?
I think the play is a little heavy draw. Tick.
Yeah. Little finesse. It's got a curl. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
My goodness. That is a great shot.
Yeah.
So Sue's got to run back.
You know, that Tierney is not just a basketball player. Evidently, he's a bit of a curler.
It's a run back that still is there for 5. Well, 4 at least. Hard to tell if that yellow in the back 8-foot outcounts the red in the back 8-foot. Let's go to our feature sheet here.
Yeah, sorry, it's Murray coming in here. It's just... He's setting himself up for his... Yeah, he's setting himself up for his next rock, and Andrew's going to have no part of that.
Andrew's not going to let him do that.
Nope, not today. Trying to get as close to that red as you can.
Comes Sue's hammer on D. Trying this run back. She wants to hit it about nose.
Karen's getting back in position.
It really needs to curl.
Yeah, it's outside. Can it hit her own red? Oh, how about that? How about some of that?
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's still a steal of 1. That was close.
Goodness gracious.
Wow.
So that was 1 yellow, so...
Steal of 1.
Yeah, Greg's himself in a pretty commanding position here, up 7-2.
Yep, 5 coming home.
Yeah.
Sue's hammer, but Greg just has to remove 4 rocks.
I think Lauren's getting an opportunity for a perfect shot. And we better go over to... Here we go. What is this call?
We're trying to get in to the nose of the yellow, but
Did he open
crashed on the guard. And we're glitching again here. Let's see. So that setup shot you mentioned is there.
So Murray can, well,
angle his own back.
From the screen, it looks like maybe you can get that yellow, but on ice, it does. That yellow in the top of 8, you can't get enough of that. So it's a question of, do you come in with the shooter off of yellow, or do you hit on the outside of yellow and let your shooter go away? But either way, I think it's one or the other, right? And if he makes this shot, he'll be sitting 2, possibly 3, nicely buried, and Andrew would have a draw, most likely, for 1.
He's looking at hitting it on the outside.
Yeah, that's the question, right?
Yeah.
It's one or the other. And they'll talk it out. And then we've got handshakes over on sheet D. So that's Greg Tierney winning the C event. Congratulations to both teams.
Yep.
But a shout out to our spare, Mike Russell, who played very well in the 2 games that we watched here today.
Back to this shot. I think if you try the inside hit and roll, it's tough to outcount the red. So this is a. They want to be sitting shot after this, and
Murray's looking for gold here on the ice. Coming back, must be some stuff there. Yeah, I think you're hitting this on the outside.
I agree.
And look at that ice.
Not a lot. I think that's what they call zero ice. See, they're expecting no curl.
Yeah, and he's throwing control, which is almost heavy takeout weight in this game. I think with control, with that broom, they're expecting this rock to almost fall. Unless I'm wrong and they're going to clip on the yellow and come in.
One thing to consider, this path the rock is going over the area we had some damage on the other night.
And here he comes out of the hack.
I think it's been repaired.
This is coming down really nice. Here it is.
There's some oohs and ahs in the warm room.
Yeah, so I think you know what's about to occur. Look at that. Look at that. That's why they get paid the big bucks.
And it'll be.
But as I stated, I mean, it's a great shot, and then it ends up being a force for Red when if he hits, as long as he sticks around in full 8. But great shot by Murray.
A hit and stick for 1, a flash for a steal of 3, a hit and spill for a steal of 2.
Yeah, Murray doesn't make that shot.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Well, we have a tie here going into the 7th.
Shark's got a curl. A little more. It's going to roll a little bit.
Gonna spill out? No. So is it? It is 1 red. So all tied up going into the 7th end. And Christine Forst against Team Corbett on sheet C. She'll have the hammer going home, down 2. Corbett sets up the prevent defense. Yeah, I'll take one.
What do you want?
Through the porter.
What?
Through the port. Taking some refreshments. And they did shake on sheet A in the B event. So that was Team Neil Banerjee with some brand new curlers on the front end, winning the B event. Well done to them. And congratulations to Mary's team as well for making the B final. So we've got the A and D events left. After a concession on A. So Team Jackson's in a good spot, just needing to score 1 to win. And they tried to come in around behind, but ended up throwing all the way through.
So for those a little newer to curling, Andrew elected not to sweep that. He was actually hoping for it to stick around at the back of the house.
Yep, so Murray wants a clean sheet here, and Andrew wants to junk things up. Andrew going for a steal. Murray just wants to easy draw in for one on his last rock.
Is Murray yellow?
So Corbett opened up, putting one on the button, and Christine says, let's ignore it and set up a corner guard. We need to score points, so we got to put up some guards.
I'm okay for leaving it there.
And they're gonna fix a little issue here in sheet B and threw the wrong color.
It's about a Sunday.
I like it to get this way, and if you get by, we'll get the one that's in there.
So what happened there on B?
Hey, threw the wrong color.
Threw the wrong color.
Oh, Trevor Gal threw the wrong color.
In the 8th end, Trevor still
Yeah.
trying to remember what color he is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. We got Mario coming out here. My guess is this is a corner freeze to the front of red. Or possibly a tick. And the way they're sweeping, I think they're going to get...
He wanted to miss this narrow.
That's not a bad
Well,
result.
poked it out.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
I don't know if that's the shot called, but the result is fine.
And that was the 5th rock, so now he can start peeling guards. Do you double stack or do you come in if you're Andrew? He's coming in. You like this call?
I do. You're sitting 2, 1 under cover. Your goal is to steal. Yeah, I like this. And if this is made, I would expect Murray to peel.
Yep.
And then we might have that game for a couple of shots. We'll see. That's a nice rock there. That's a really nice rock. Not always you sit 1-2, yeah.
Walking over there, and I'm like, hurry up and take a sip, or I'm taking a
And
sip.
Murray goes right towards that front red.
He's peeking through his legs to see what the run back looks like if he needs it, but I think they just want to peel here.
And he's running behind.
It was a very nice.
And here it comes. I think it's a nice
He
peel.
saw it was wide, so he was saying, are we going to scoot by and get the back one? But they did get the peel.
Yep.
Sorry. The red on. Oh, they might have figured out.
The one red rock's over there.
Christine Allen came in to get a little coaching from Dan. I'm not so sure that's allowable, but
And then over on sheet.
I think she's missing a rock and came in to find out where it was. It's over there on sheet B.
I suppose that's not called coaching then.
Oh, were you? Okay. Yes.
Well,
So Mark puts up a guard. And Murray says, let's do this again.
Had a lot of play.
Well, he's looking at the run back.
so although, I'm sorry, I'll wait here to comment on sheet C. Here we go on B.
So that's why even though you're down.
So the thought process here is you got to peel, but you can peel and take an attempt into the house at the same time. That was a little wide and made the called shot. Over here on sheet C, although Team Allen hasn't been able to get in and then up front, I still think they're in a pretty good position here, the way that the rocks are We got one behind the tee line, and we got two that kind of create a bit of a pocket.
That one behind the tee line is helping, but it's not what they
Popped
wanted
it
there.
out, but I think it's going to add to the little yellow wall we have.
Well, I
being built.
saw Corbett tapping. He wants to take out the red and the yellow behind tee. He was tapping them both. He did not like that pocket.
Team Gao is having no issues putting up the center guards here.
And this is hanging out wide on him
It's another
on
beauty.
sheet C. So he'll take out a different yellow-red combination.
Yeah, that's favorable for Corbett there. Just from the angles of the rock, you got one behind. I think you got to freeze to that.
Yeah, you play the double, and Corbett likes that. He
Yeah.
just hits. So you got to try to draw in and freeze.
Yep. I think Christine's got this one. And here's an example on sheet B where you're getting rid of a rock and at the same time putting the angle on it so you can get rid of one in the house. And they've done a very good job of that.
So we'll go over to C and for Chris Berry's first, trying to draw into the
Yeah, I think
foot.
this looks a little light. So the sweepers are on it. Now it's starting to overcurl on them. So it crosses the hog line. And I think
They're really trying to push this guard over on B. It's hanging out on him. This is the opportunity Murray's been waiting for. I think he'll have a go at this red in the house. Or
No.
just peel.
Yeah,
Oh,
I see.
try the run back.
because it's half buried, if you come down with yellow and you pick that red out, and then you actually open up for red to come around their own red.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So they're trying the run back, I think.
Well, I think it's that same thing there.
Yeah, because
Yeah, got to hit it on the one side
and
so
it'll
you
roll
can clear the
over.
open.
Just
Yeah.
missed it,
Yeah. Yeah, but he did. Yeah.
but he did peel.
Yeah. And back to C. Chris Berry is being asked to
Now
draw down
what
to that
did
yellow.
Team Corbett do? The house doesn't look that different. I think they
I think they
maybe
hit that.
missed.
I
Was
think
there
they-
another red in the house?
I think
somewhere?
that red was over a little bit. I don't know.
No. He might have flashed a takeout on that red.
Oh, they're on the brushers here. Christine's yelling. Be over curling a little bit.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
You know, but I think
honestly,
Derek will just cream it, right? Well, I didn't see that red. Maybe not.
I don't know.
No, he can get to nose.
Do you corner freeze the red? Because doesn't that protect the protect?
Mm-hmm.
You'll lose if they come yellow, red, yellow. You're gonna lose that yellow, but won't that back yellow still be around for shot?
I think you're right.
So I think
Yeah,
the call is either corner the red or it's just a guard. But they're going to call a timeout to see what happens here. Just kidding. They got plenty of time.
a figurative timeout.
Yeah. Yeah, time is no longer an issue today.
We're in the 8th end.
So what are the calls here, Jason? I think I've mentioned my two. Chris John's talking about a third one I didn't see, which is to draw down to the yellow, but because then it's, you know, you got two reds in front of two yellows. Yeah, so
Derek likes the corner. Let's listen in.
No, I mean onto the yellow. Right? So I think this is the shot.
Well, now he's
taking charge, as a skip should do. And they're calling the guard, which we'll see. Murray over here is clipping that rock over.
But it's okay to push it out of the way.
Murray.
I mean, even if you're a top eight, you just can't.
So if you're.
is not peeking out at all. It is fully buried.
Even that's fine. Right? He's got nothing on this.
So it's red.
Show me what you want.
It's yellow's hammer. Tie game.
You want to just go for
Over to
the.
C
So in
for Derek's.
In the good old days, you would just split the house, but anyway, and they could do that. They could split the house, make Murray hit, maybe roll to get his one, but I don't think that's the right call.
I think Murray would love it if he did that.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
And here's Derek's first.
They're pointing at top 12, but they would not be 1-2. Why don't they draw around red all the way into the top of 4?
Derek did get the guard. Back over to our feature sheet.
Draw around red and bring this into the top of 4.
I don't mind it. I kind of like top 4 under the guard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Top 4 under the guard. But
The length of the forfeit to work with.
yeah. But they're opting to.
I just don't think you can put this guard in the best position
Yeah.
to block both draws, like a draw through the middle and a draw.
Yeah. I think if you're going to come top 12, they were pointing at the center line, but I kind of like being a little to the left of the center line.
I like touching T line and center line to the left, biting the little button. What do you think of that placement?
Point to it.
Right here,
Oh.
biting the little button. Thinking Murray would have, he's going to have this
He
side
would
open.
come down. He would come down with a hack weight bump and for one. I'm kind of
You're
leaning.
buried, right?
I'm kind of leaning to right there.
Right here?
Yeah, above the C in curling, or on the C in curling, and make him draw around you. And they're cutting off. See, personally, that's what their call was, but they're coming much. I'm not sure why
Christine
you're.
just missed a red.
I'm not so
raise.
sure why you're sweeping. Oh, I guess I do see why you're sweeping, but that leaves, so
That
Murray's.
leaves a nice little place for Murray to draw down to.
Yeah, well, Murray has a choice. He can just draw to it, or he can, and he's got some backing. I think it's the only call.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once he gets past that T line, they're also trying to carry it to make it harder for Murray to have anything.
Yeah.
So checking in on C, Christine tried a red to yellow and hit it thin. So now Team Corbett, I think, wants to put one on the center line.
Get Mario home.
Yeah, I think you're
Well,
guard.
left to center line, because
Yeah.
all Christine has is hitting that top yellow into the back, that double for 2.
Yeah, and
So anything in the way there.
the issue with that double is,
Spilling
yeah,
or jamming, spilling. It's a tough double,
but I'm confused. I think he's hitting red.
well, if he removes red,
And
That's game over.
Here comes the draw in our championship game for the 3rd win in a row. Murray's jumping in there. He's yelling at him. This is looking like they gotta go.
is it light?
I don't know. They gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go.
Wow.
Nice.
You heard the warm room. It came up short.
Yeah. And there goes the red and sheet C for the win. Oh, I'm sorry, a little quick there.
Yep, remove the red, and that's
So,
so we get a new set of names
yes,
on the.
we have more
plaque.
names to go on the plaque.
That's great. Almost increased by 50% the number of names on there. So that's all from the Triangle Club Spiel 2023. I've been Jason Lee.
I'm still your CCC.
George Kitchen signing off.
Good, Thanks.